Yo, guess who's in the house this week?
Yeah!
Yeah, that's right. This week we're gonna talk about tattooing on black skin. Today I'm gonna tattoo Sergio. He was my guinea pig. I learned tattooing on him basically. For that reason, he has unlimited free tattoos for life. Congratulations.
God bless.
Let's see if we find some, maybe you have some old pictures we can throw in there.
Yeah.
But to give you a little bit of backstory, we used to live in the hood. There was a family of Salvadorian that used to rent us a tiny room, and we used to live in their house. And one day we just went down the kitchen and I tattooed Sergio on the kitchen table while they were awake. This is so fucked up, and this is definitely not the cleanest, most hygienic way to tattoo. But back then I didn't know shit about none of this, so we just, you know.
It was a crazy experience.
Yeah, we just try to do what we could do. So today we're gonna talk about a topic which is tattooing on black skin. I know some people are a little bit nervous about tattooing on black skin, and just to give you a heads up, this is from my personal belief and my own experience with tattooing on black skin, but I believe you can have crazy good results on black skin. It doesn't matter what color is the skin, whether you're Chinese, white, fucking Hispanic, black, or even if you're alien, I'm just gonna tattoo you regardless. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, separate people. For me, skin is skin, I don't give a shit. It's just that you have to approach it differently. I won't tattoo a very pale person like I will tattoo a black person, but today...
What about aliens, bro?
The alien, I can't talk about it.
Je suis pas le type de dude qui a la plus light skin black nigga.
So, we're gonna tattoo Sergio. He's not the light skin type of black guy, you know, so it's gonna be a little bit of a darker skin today, and I'm gonna show you how I proceed. Let's go. We are now laptoping. We're gonna go through references as usual, and as usual we're not quite sure of what we're gonna do. So no stress. I don't like to stress too much about design. I don't want to do a design like 2-3 weeks or even like 48 hours before a tattoo session, because by the time I get to do the actual tattoo, I'm in a different state of mind. So I really want to create the design the moment I'm about to tattoo it, because I feel it's the same energy, same frequency, same vibe. So that's why I don't like to stress about designs, and I kind of like to don't know what I'm gonna do. And to be honest with you, I do consultations with clients, so I talk to them about the designs and the things they want to do. But by the time I get to actually tattoo them, I totally forget what they wanted to get done, and I'm fine with that.
I like it.
I like to show up in the morning and have no clue of what I'm gonna do, and then go through the client's idea again and finally put things together. Today we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go with Sergio through different types of pictures, and we're gonna see what suits the best his back. Alright, so one thing that you can do, what I usually do when I tattoo darker skin, I always bump up the contrast. In my opinion, you cannot have a very huge range of value when you're tattooing on darker skin, which means that if I was tattooing on a pale skin, I will have very light gray, medium light gray, dark gray, medium dark gray, very dark gray, black. But if I'm tattooing on a darker skin, I'll just go to skin tone, the skin showing, and then I'll go light gray, medium light gray, black. So what I'll do is that I keep it very simple. At the end, it doesn't look like there is less detail. It's quite the opposite. If you're trying to have the whole range of value, the information is gonna get lost because you won't be able to see it because the skin is dark. What I do is that I go straight to the information and I try to emphasize the details. Same thing, if there's a lot of information, a lot of details, I might cut some of them and emphasize the most important ones. So when you look at the overall piece, it looks like there is a lot of details going on. It looks like there is different values. It's just that you gotta be careful and really carefully pick and choose the grays you're putting and the details you want to emphasize. So for example, here on Photoshop, you can go to adjustment, and then you go to brightness and contrast, and here you can play with your contrast. If I was tattooing in a pale skin, I'll never use a picture that's so bright and so contrasted to tattoo, because it's just overpowering in my opinion. But on a darker skin, that will be actually ideal. It's gonna pop better and it's gonna look right. So we're gonna print it and apply it to Sergio's body and see how it looks. Here's Sergio's back. So here's the Buddha that we've done a while back, maybe what, like 3 years ago, something like this. So So we've done this piece a little while back, so it's to show you what type of things you can have on dark skin. To me, this tattoo looks very solid, so I was satisfied with the way this tattoo came out, and I applied the technique I told you about just earlier. And now this is the area that we want to work on. The thing that's a bit challenging for Sergio is that there is a huge dip in his back because this motherfucker is way too swole. I mean, you can't even see it on the video. This is what I got in mind so far. Try to put this one over here, add some sort of cherry blossom just to match up the oriental feel to this back piece. You know, just freestyle some background, see what we come up with. Shut the fuck up. Oh shit. There is too much empty space, so I decided to add this wing right here. I just photoshopped it, and I'm probably gonna throw a halo on top of the head right here, but I think we got it now. All right, now it's time for stencil on the back of my laptop, but you already know that if you watched the video when I'm tattooing Nico. If you haven't, you can just check out the card right there and watch it. Right now, I'm just gonna break down this picture. I really want to make it my own because this is just feathers, so I'm just gonna freestyle, and some stuff that I don't like, I will rearrange them to make them look more like what I want. And as I mentioned on that video I just talked to you about, this is how you create your style. This is how you make things unique. This is how you become more valuable, because if you do what everybody else is doing, people will be most likely less attracted to your art. You will have less fun and you will feel less happy, I guess, you know. I mean, shit. For me, it makes me happy when I feel that I create something that's very mine and that has my look and signatures to it. Some of y'all be hating on me being shirtless. I'm not wearing shirt because I'm always fucking up my clothes with stencil, with ink, with all of this. And I said, fuck that shit. I'm tired of putting a shirt on when I'm tattooing on camera and all this shit. Fuck that shit. No, I'm just shirtless for life. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by simplifying and choose what details you want to emphasize. As you can see over here, it's a bit confusing, you know, like there's a lot going on and we're not sure to understand that it's feathers or what's not, you know, because if I just show you the picture like this, it's hard to understand what it is. It could be like some close-up of a flower, or it could be some flames, or you don't know what it is, you know. In my opinion, in Sergio's skin, this has to be more direct. You need to understand what it is right away. So this is why I try to break it down in a different manner and really make it look like feathers. I'm actually following the values that I'm seeing on the stencil as far as shadows and contrast and all this. But when it comes to the edges, I create the shapes that I want. When you look here, you can see it really looks like feathers already. As you can see, I freehanded some smoke to keep it quite simple. Here is where I'm gonna add the halo. And I'm gonna try to tuck this piece in between the Buddha and some old piece on Sergio's ribs. Alright guys, that's it for this vlog. So before I let you go, I want to give you two more informations and also show you the work I did on Sergio that contains color. First, I'm going to tell you 2 things that might happen or might not happen when you're tattooing on black skin. This is more relevant to actual like black people and not just dark skin. The first thing that might happen, and it happens very often, is that black people's skin rises up. I don't know if that makes sense. What I mean by this, it's that it gets super swollen. Sometimes you'll do a line and that shit will be like literally like 3D looking. You'll see that motherfucker popping up. Don't worry about it. At first, I used to be a little bit struggling with it, thinking like I'm fucking it up, but it's not. It's just the way most black skin behaves. So don't be worried about it. It's gonna go down and it's gonna eventually look normal. What you can do to work around that is to stretch the skin very well. Now, the second thing that might not happen to you, and this is very often that this shit is going on for me when I'm tattooing on black skin, is that the black that you're gonna pack is not gonna look black at first. This is where it gets very tricky. This is where a lot of people do fuck up, because you'll pack in some black and it's gonna look like almost like kind of shiny blue, almost like silver, purple.
Almost gray sometimes.
Yeah, like almost gray, you know?
When it's gray, don't pack too much. Like it's already good. It's already
yeah, exactly. Like when it's that color, at first, when you don't know about it, what you tend to do is go over and over and over, just thinking, fuck, like I want to put it in black. And when you do this, you tear up the skin and you're gonna literally fuck up the whole piece. And that's why you see a lot of black people walking around with some shiny ass tattoos, because they got dug out, because the people working on the skin didn't really know how to work on it. And this is how I probably fucked you up a few times too, because I didn't really know at first. Like I was like, yo, what the fuck, I'm trying to put in black ink, but it's looking gray, or it's looking that shininess, like that blue thing, like almost like steel, you know? So don't worry about it. Pack in your black and move. And then when you come back to it later, you'll see it start to look darker. And sometimes it's even the day after that you're gonna see really the real grays and the real blacks appear as you try to put them in the first place. Worst come to worst, do it in 2 sessions so you can see really what the black is gonna look like once it's healed. I hope this video was valuable for you. I hope it's gonna help you. If you liked it, drop some thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to this channel yet, please subscribe to this channel. And if you're already a subscriber, hit the bell button. Just do it. Just hit the bell button so you'll receive a notification when I'm dropping new videos. Let's check Sergio's leg and then I'm gonna let you go. Let you go!